You don't reduce it. Be like say you reduce it. You be like say money I reduce you. You reduce it. When you go open the box, you reduce.
What kind of money is that? Come Japan.
Yeah, sorry, oh. You want it Asian? You want it Hosea?
How about you take this mega more? Reduce.
Don't mind me.
Oh, And I'm Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper. Uni Uyo mom as community alleges forceful acquisition of land. University of Uyo mom as community alleges forceful acquisition of land. Kidnappers seize ransom bearer, threatened to kill DPO. General officer commanding tax officers on constant training. Anambra-based proprietor alleges bias, asks National University Commission to rescind the ban on varsity. Chief of Army Staff impressed with Ugwuanyi's cooperation with Nigerian Army, says new General Officer Commanding. Gunmen kill commercial bus driver, abduct 8 passengers in Rivers. Cross River. Children of murdered Catholic women ask for justice. Our chapters remain solid, intact, ASU affirms. Lagos government partners Z World to project films. Buhari suspends proposed excise duty on telecommunication sector. Ibnedom wants Bini Aushi Road rehabilitated. Rivers community laments oil spill, call for government intervention. Akwa Ibom Police Command plans clamp down on sea pirates. Nigeria's Enabulele for installation as first black president of World Medical Association on October 7th. Banks review working hours over security concern. I am tired of Nigeria, 14-year-old Lagos stowaway says. Jigawa, prices of foodstuff, essential commodities soar in flooded communities. Lagos State Traffic Management Agency arrests 19 vehicles for contravention. Nigeria's existence under threat if insecurity persists, says Bishop. Miners' body laments takeover of mining by bandits, urges federal government to lift ban. Crisis in Adamawa APC as members declare chairman missing. School debunks ritualists, pedophile rumors. Upward adjustment of oil production level only for September. Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. National Association of Nigerian Students urge Buhari to meet with ASU in person over ongoing strike. Situation Room demands online publication of voters register for public scrutiny. Situation Room demands online publication of voters register for public scrutiny. 2023. Change Shetima, Lalong before September 20. Northern stakeholders tell APC. Army helps on research development to enhance operational efficiency. 2023 poll. African Democratic Congress crisis deepens as Senator Patricia Akwashika emerges caretaker chairman of the party. Reps commend Corporate Affairs Commission for sustained positive results. Insecurity, the worst is over, says Lai Mohammed. Girl, 4 others die in Anambra accident. Nigeria to pay Indian companies $496 million as settlement over steel plants. Yellow fever. Nigerian Center for Disease Control reports 14 deaths in 10 states. Peter Obi promises to boost electricity, implement diaspora voting. 2023, Imumo Leng vows to oppose impunity, lawlessness if elected president. And lastly, AMCON buckles under 5 trillion naira toxic assets recovery litigations. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning.
Now, Daily Trust. Boko Haram runs short of food, weapons as floods take over enclaves. Boko Haram runs short of food, weapons as floods take over enclaves. 2023, Khan denies endorsing Muslim tickets. 2023, Khan denies endorsing Muslim tickets. Kuje prison security breached despite 65 well-armed personnel deployed. Aregoshola. Kuje prison security breached despite 65 well-armed personnel deployed. Aregoshola. Deploy technology to tackle crude oil theft. Falana. Deploy technology to tackle crude oil theft. Falana. Will eliminate all terrorists by December. Federal government. How fuel scarcity may return to Abuja and environs. Political office holders Nigerians will want in 2023. Social media and the 2023 general elections. Contentious OPEC cash transfer programs. Sheikh Goni's murder. Justice must be seen to be done. Man goes missing after Man United Arsenal clash. Bandits free Abuja family members after collecting 4 million naira wine. How 14-year-old breached Lagos airport security to enter aircraft. Federal Capital Territory Administration demolishes garden for violating 7 p.m. order. Syndicate kills woman, sells off kids. We have been standing for Federal Capital Territory natives' rights. Buhari suspends new excise duty, telecoms tariff hike. Petrol scarcity looms in Abuja. Others as marketers begin strike over 50 billion naira debt. More Nigerians poor as World Bank raises poverty line to $2.15. Oransanya's report causes fresh panic in aviation. Customs e-valuation policy killing economy, fueling smuggling. Adedoyin. GTCO reports half-year profits of 75.3 billion naira. Power sector needs more manpower to enforce standards. NISA. Debate over number of years pupillage of young lawyers resurfaces. NIFWA wants increased CD4 testing for people living with HIV/AIDS. Why initial exclusive breastfeeding is important. Amusan returns to winning ways, strikes gold in Berlin. Yobe North, APC, Lawan asks court to dismiss Machina's suit. Obi marketing Nigeria abroad, not begging for funds. Labour Party. PDP mocks Abiodun, says last-minute appointments won't save you. Super Falcons confront world champions USA again. Fury offers Joshua chance to fight this year. Enyama eyes NPLF return, cutting the cost of running Nigeria. It is cheerful Nigeria still imports fuel, says Obaseki. 13 injured as luxury bus plunges into drainage. Lagos Assembly passes bill to establish DNA forensic center. Fintiri swears in first female acting chief judge in Adamawa. Gombe inaugurates committee for first investment summit. Federal government approves power project specialist hospital for Ogoni communities. NSCDC arrests five over banditry in Sokoto. NSCDC arrests five over banditry in Sokoto. Crisis rocks Adamawa APC. Chairman sacked over anti-party orders. The dangerous bacteria looking in hand dryers experiment. NWFL chair Falode eyes NFF exco position. Why doctors should allay why doctors should allay fears of mothers on adverse immunization reactions. Pan survey. Deploy technology to tackle crude oil theft. Falana. 2023. I doubt if INEC can guarantee credible elections. Professor Chidi Odekalo. Cattle ban will affect us. Mieti Allah tells Soludo. Igbonedion charges federal government on Benin Auchi Road reconstruction. Nigerian researchers urged to harness available opportunities. Grants. Man demands 1.6 million naira from wife in exchange for divorce. Osun lawmaker Adeboye tried to reconcile Oyetola with Aregbesola. 2023. Wike's camp will be carried along in campaign council. PDP. ASU strike. Gombe varsity asks lecturers on study leave to resume. Federal Capital Territory Administration demolishes garden over violation of closing time. Pantini, how I made Buhari suspend tax on calls, data. Abale, Allah, Kenyan wood artist contesting under Shaban's ADP. WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury publicly challenges Anthony Joshua. Is it right for state universities to pull out from ASU strike? NANS Convention Committee declares Barambo as president-elect, asks security operatives to arrest impostors. OPEC Plus agrees on oil output cut. 2023. PDP has nothing to offer Nigerians. Bayo Ononuga. KO Shakanda Republic 3-album festive first to headline at Zone 6 venue on 26 September. It is shameful Nigeria still imports fuel, says Obaseki. PDP PDP crisis. I won't leave my enemies for God. I'll crush them. Wike. Federal government suspends 5% tax on calls. Data. Presidential election. Supreme Court upholds Ruto's victory. China approves world first inhalable COVID-19 vaccine. Was INEC former ICT director demoted as Charlie Boy claimed? Fintiri swears in first female acting chief judge in Adamawa. Lagos Physical Planning Commissioner resigns amid rising building collapse cases. Ihanacho, Sadiq, other African players who painted Europe why? Who painted Europe red with goals at weekend? Liz Truss emerges UK's third female prime minister. Over 3,800 houses destroyed, 5 killed by rainstorms in Castina. SEMA. Fresh fuel scarcity looms in North as Eichmann begins warning strike. Fresh fuel scarcity looms in North as Eichmann begins warning strike. Biocotomy reveals identity of stowaway found inside aircraft at Lagos Airport. Nigeria facing greatest security threat since civil war. Federal government. Death toll beats 5 in Lagos 7-story building collapse. Gunmen kidnap 8 passengers in Rivers. 2023. APC may lose in Oyo. Tinubu supporters raise alarm. Hence Holdings appoint 2 new board members. Adamawa APC removes chairman. Dino Melaye, Fani Kayode fights dirty over PDP crisis. 2023. Anxiety trails APC delay in unveiling campaign council members. Gunmen abduct many travelers in Ondo. Only 10 out of 5,000 rape cases prosecuted in Adamawa UNFPA. Pitan begs federal government, state to deploy security guards in schools. MSCDC officer killed, 3 family members kidnapped in Ekiti. Ethno-religious tolerance, reason for peaceful coexistence in Kano, Ganduje. Building collapse, government not ready to get it right, experts. Lack of respect for traditional institutions responsible for Nigeria's woes, Adeboye. Edo begins training of 1,446 teachers, heads, school heads. Jos Catholic Archbishop calls for dialogue, peaceful coexistence. United Nations tags Nigeria on rights of older persons. Nigerian researchers urged to harness grants. Abducted Zamfara worshippers working on bandits' farmland. 3 arrested as bandit informants in Kaduna. Kidnappers targeting health workers. Nigeria Medical Association. Argon to federal government. Resolve strike. Resolve ASU strike. Now. Our personnel don't bear arms. FRSC. Otu aka anyị hụrụ ya n'ụtụtụ a na Daily Trust.
And now we move over to the Punch newspaper. Irresponsible leaders are Nigeria's problems, says Kuka. Oyetola approves recruitment of 1,500 teachers. Lagos commissioner resigns over building collapse. Lassa fever spreads to 101 local governments, kills 169. Edo threatens to arrest out-of-school children's parents. Police nabs 5,307 suspected robbers, kidnappers. No agreement with Tinubu. Christian Association of Nigeria insists. Talks tough. Kyari denies ownership of shopping mall estate owners. Fraud. EFCC arraigns Ogun Speaker. Assembles 10 witnesses. 11 state varsities shun ASU. Federal government threatens union. Earthquake kills over 40, destroys homes in China. No agreement. Okay, we've taken this. Efforts to prevent Kuje jailbreak failed. Areboshola, private varsities vice chancellors ask federal government to end strike. I am contesting to rescue Abia, APC governorship candidate. 2023 population census to hold after elections. National Population Commission. Lagos Assembly passes forensic center bill. I borrowed it, says Oshun suspected TV thief. Reps hails Buhari on assent to bills. Edo Varsity intervention team. Edo Varsity intervention team share, not pro-chancellor, ASU. Abba Kyari releases account, assets details. Tinubu, social media doesn't dictate ordination, says Redeemed Christian Church of God. Voters register display shady. Rights groups slam INEC. Rep seat, court nullifies substitution of PDP candidate. Nigerians aren't lawless. Need working system, accords Imumolem. National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons Twitter account hacked. Hackers post Bitcoin videos. Nasarawa group train traditional rulers in conflict management. How I helped Obi emerge Labour Party candidate, Showoro. How Gombe Varsity benefited from ASU strike, proceeds. Reverse cattle movement ban, may it Allah begs Soludo. Kuje attack. We tried but failed, says Arebushala. Pipeline contract. Northern Youth Group backs Tompolo. Advocacy groups to sue Cross River government over deforestation. And still on the story is making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Our position on Muslim tickets stands, says Christian Association of Nigeria. Unpaid gratuities. Protesting Niger pensioners block government house. Edo to arrest, prosecute out of school children's parents, guardians. Fuel scarcity looms as Independent Petroleum Marketers Association threatens supply stoppage. Resume or fix sanctions. Kaduna Varsity threatens ASU. Tinubu denies ownership of Oriental hotels. Orders. Lagos Assembly approves DNA Center for Criminal Investigation. Strike. Federal government, not ASU, proposed revitalization fund. Union. Strike. Federal government, not ASU, proposed revitalization fund. Union. OB Group decries PVC destruction in Lagos, Rivers. National Association of Nigerian Students Convention Committee declares Barambu president-elect. Kenya's Ruto extends hand of brotherhood to rivals. Federal government suspends proposed telecom tax. I look forward to working with Trust, Atiku. Strike boosting our students' enrollment, Northern private varsities. Niger Delta Group rejects water resources bill. Liz Truss meets new UK Prime Minister. Abuja police nab 10, recover illicit drugs. Anti-party allegation, APC exonerates Niger Delta minister. Lagos commissioner resigns hours after building collapse. Kenyan election. Odinga disagrees with Supreme Court's ruling. Worst of insecurity is over, says federal government. Nigeria's Japa migration phenomenon. No problem between Christians, Muslims, Kuka. Showoro arrives Lagos 3 years after DSS arrest. Supreme Court opposed Ruto's election as Kenyan president-elect. Fraud. EFCC files 11 charges against Ogun Speaker. China approves world's first inhalable COVID-19 vaccine. Kanu increases 2023 budgetary allocation to health. Northern Group seeks termination of Tompolo's pipeline contract. You are a political scavenger. Do you know? Blast Fani Kayode. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper. Okay. 2023. Churches must be non-partisan, says Christian Association of Nigeria. And lastly, 2023, Inspector General of Police dismisses security threat.
Now, Vanguard newspaper, COVID-19, testing, treatment, initiative debut for high-risk patients in 10 countries. COVID-19, testing, treatment, initiative debut for high-risk patients in 10 countries. Why Nigeria is recording more autism cases? Experts. Why Nigeria is recording more autism cases? Experts. Fixing Healthcare Award scholarship to Nigerian mathematics queen. 5 dead. 4 rescued in Kenu mishap. Fresh nationwide strike looms in power sector. NEC budgets 2 billion naira for procurement of computer equipment in 2023. Muslim ticket revisit decision. Northeast, North Central APC stakeholders tasks National Working Committee. Federal government suspends 5% tax on telecom services. Kuje prison attack. 65 well-armed operatives were on guard. Aregoshola tells Rep. SDP's Adewole Adebayo, like Abacha loot, we will recover stolen crude under Buhari. SDP's Adewole Adebayo, like Abacha loot, we will recover stolen crude oil under Buhari. Apga Guba candidate decries state of trust deficit in governance in Enugu. Apga Guba candidate decries state of trust deficit in governance in Enugu. 48 hours to NEC meeting. PDP set for make or mass session. 2023. Support group synergizes with others for Ugwuanyi PDP's victories. Identity. Why Lagos residents must be registered. Kashini. DSS petition over killing of 20 cows in rivers. Army, police restore law, order in Ibede community. 2023. We don't have any perfect candidates before us. Odinkalo. Tinubu to focus on issue-based campaigns. Ononuga. Escalator incident. Fan absolve blame. Tenders apology to family members. Escalator incident. Fan absorbs blame. Tenders apology to family members. Anyị ga-eje zụọ ahịa anyị na-achịte anyị aga n'ihu ebupụtara gị ihe ndị ọzọ.
Ihe bụ na onye nwa sị m 8 nwaanyị m ji na-akpọrọ onye nwụla 8 ya ụlọ ọgwụ ahụ.
Dagane Kalonilo Lolo Basu EBEONADI 103.5 FM n'ụtụtụ tata n'oge newspaper headlines. Ị nwere ohere ịkasị na akwụkwọ n'ihe niile nwere n'isiokwu ndị anyị gụpụtara gị na WhatsApp maọbụ na SMS bụ 08096661035 maọkwa na ichere na Facebook page anyị EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Stream kwa anyị online na mixlr.com/gistfm. Anyị nọ n'ihe dị n'akwụkwọ akụkọ Vanguard newspaper. Naira loses again against dollar exchanges at 434 naira 75 kobo. Naira loses again against dollar exchanges at 434 naira 75 kobo. We are resolute on what public universities need from federal government. ASU, Chief of Army Staff impressed with Ugwani's cooperation with Army. New GOC. Unpaid claims. Northern petroleum marketers embark on 3-day warning strike. Why federal government suspended 5% tax on telecom services. Continue. God has given me capacity to crush my enemies, says Wike. Fresh nationwide strike looms in power sector. NSCDC apologizes to assault victim, promises to punish personnel. Nigerian forces using Igbo spokespersons for propaganda. IPOB. Nigerian forces using Igbo spokespersons for propaganda. I call. Ebe a ka ọ gụrụ na Anambra-based.
And now we move over to the Nation newspaper. Federal Capital Territory Authority demolishes popular garden over alleged violation. Terrorists abduct ransom bearer, threaten to kill DPO. Abductors demand 90 million naira from burial guest. Lagos building collapse, death toll rises to 5. Adamawa APC sacks chairman. Lagos, okay, we've taken this. Tertiary Education Trust Fund. Senate committee seeks increase of education tax to boost research. Nigerian royal fathers to grace Nigerian German Cultural Carnival 2022. We are assisting Senate probe of alleged 17.1 billion naira misappropriation. Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund. Articles 2023 dilemma. Will he sacrifice Ayu? Tinubu sympathizes with victims of Jigawa flood. Buhari, Lawan, Wajabiamila, others hailed Boss Mustafa at 66. Buhari, Obasanjo, Abiodun eulogizes Mabogunje as late academic is laid to rest. Eastern Rail Line halted due to insecurity. Minister. Campaign against national interests, go to jail for 20 years. And lastly, 2023, shun ethnic sentiments, Jonathan tells Nigerians.
Na some newspaper, Federal Road Safety Corps receives patrol vehicles in Adamawa. Federal Road Safety Corps receives patrol vehicles in Adamawa. Petroleum product marketers begin warning strike in Borno. Petroleum product marketers begin warning strike in Borno. 2023, PDP chieftain urges Nigerians to vote wisely. Civil defense parades suspected bandits, other criminals in Sokoto. The National Directorate of Employment trains 30 persons on environmental beautification in Bayelsa. Electricity workers threaten to reactivate strike if federal government fails to implement agreements. Commuters groan over gridlock on Abuja-Kefe Road. Betsy Obaseki football tournament. Alternative to earn dollar at home. Curb trafficking. Biko gwa ya wetu na to no na. Gwa ya wetu no na mo na Africa.
Oh, yeah?
Spicy.
Okay.
Tech firm wins ICPC NITDA's 1.5 million hackathon prize. Tech firm wins ICPC NITDA's 1.5 million hackathon prize. Kano government commences demolition of structures on waterways. God has given me all it takes to fight my enemies. Wike. DSS calls for stronger inter-agency collaboration to curb terror financing. Kano detention. Igbo youth fume. Say Buhari enjoying insecurity in Southeast. Tinubu, Shettima won't distance themselves from Buhari administration. APC replies PDP. Chile looks for way forward after rejecting new constitution. God has given me, okay, I want to put that going there. Kenya's Supreme Court upholds Ruto's narrow presidential win. Confusion over suspension of PDP factional Guba candidate in Oshun. 2023. Reconsider Shettima, Lalong's position for national unity. Group tells APC. 2023. Bauchi ethnic groups endorse Governor Mohammed for second term. PDP has valid candidates to be on ballot for 2023 election in Plateau. Legal team. 2023 Ebonyi community adopt Tinubu Mwifuru. 2023 Senator Patricia Awasheke emerges ABC caretaker chairman. APC not prepared for elections in Enugu party chieftains. We will return Cross River to global tourism calendar. PDP Guba candidate. Road to 2023. IU's exit will cause more crisis for PDP. McAfee.
Now we move over to the Premium Times. Central Bank MPC members express concern over Nigeria's rising inflation rate. Again, EFCC arrests Ogun Assembly Speaker, clerk, accountant. 5 die in another Jigawa boat accident. Kenyan decides. Ruto Odinga speak after Supreme Court ruling. It's forgery. Machina says of withdrawal letter that would favor Lawan. How Nigeria, others can attract industries to troubled Chad Basin. Liz Truss is new leader of UK Conservative Party, set to be Prime Minister. Tinubu denies ownership of Oriental Hotel, other assets linked to him in Lagos. Gunmen who killed Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps officer demand 30 million naira ransom for captives. Yellow fever. Nigeria reports 14 deaths in 10 states. APC senator proposes bill to end same religion ticket for president, vice president candidates. And lastly, Nigeria's massive oil theft scandal and lack of enlightened self-interest.
Now, Tribune. Niger government repeats commitment to eliminate child labor. Stakeholders move to end insecurity in Middle Belt. 2023 Nigerians lost faith in APC government over state of insecurity. Bishop Chukwu. Husband impregnates 15-year-old niece who bears the shame. Deadly relations. Deadly relationships. Why do lovers become monsters? EIPA inducts 12 new members to foster peace in Nigeria. Why insecurity festers? General Agua. I will prioritize staff welfare. New Kano Commissioner. Abia 2023 will be Operation Show Your Work. Ibazu. Investment Expo. Minister of State for FCT was Canadian investors. Nigeria calls for cultural partnership with Qatar. 2023 Nigerians urged to jettison ethnic religious sentiments. IT firms introduces Recruitment Act to connect employers with employees. Otu a ka anyị si wee fụ ya n'isi njedebe n'ụtụtụ abụọ ka anyị jee depụtara gị ozi ndị mmadụ zitere anyị na WhatsApp. Na WhatsApp, Chike Okoye from Uroji Village Ogidi, the Labour Party flag bearer for 2023 Nigeria presidential election, Mr. Peter has pledged to increase electricity generation, address brain drain, and implement diaspora voting, among others, if elected. Is a nice and welcome development. Thank you, Mr. B. Okay, delivering Chike Okoye. Ejikwa m akwụkwọ si n'aka Magnus Ezesinachi from Board. Buhari should stop his empty promises and prepare his handover because time is already up. Nigerians can never be tricked again to vote for these incredible leaders again. It is time for Magnus Ezesinachi from Board. Valentine Ekele from Board. May I know what Nigerian leaders and politicians take us for. President Buhari's cabinet said by December, insecurity will be over. Then one presidential aspirant said you will restore steady power which is not the first time to utter this kind of speech. Yet it proves abortive at the end. Should I say our leaders are incompetent, wicked, liars, or self centered because none of them has fulfilled their promises till date? Valentine Edeme, Daniel Tito from Awada, okay. Group petition DSS on killing many cows in River State. It is a very laughable. It is very laughable. How did we come to this extent? It seems that this regime value cow more than human life. 14 youths were killed in our mama. Nobody petitioned DSS. Now it is cow petition coming here and there. Dalo, Daniel Tito. Ejikwa m akwụkwọ si n'aka um, famous Christian from Ifite village, Aguluzibo. He says, we will eliminate insecurity by December, federal government. Please, why not now? Why are they procrastinating till December? Is it when we are all killed by bandits, Fulani herdsmen, and others? I can see incompetence on the side of federal government to tackle insecurity that has been ravaging the country. It is quite pathetic. Governor Nyesom Wike should stop causing nuisance in the name of playing politics. Let him go and rest. Okay, Dalo, um, famous Christian from Agulusibo. Chike Okoye still talking. You are confused by Atiku's achievement. PDP replies Tinubu on party existence. APC and PDP should stop deceiving Nigerians because they have turned the country upside down with their selfishness and self-centered attitude. Labour Party is busy thinking on how to tackle insecurity, while APC and PDP are busy talking about achievements. Gathering Chikofoye from Uroji village Ogidi. Chibuzo Onyema from Awada. Everyday killing. Tried, we are tired of all this. We don't have anything to say. Yet all we need is for them to release our leader, okay? Dalawin Chibuzo Onyema. Ejima Engineer Martin Obuewu from Eza Ebonyi. All Christians should pray and have hope for God to fulfill every valley level, every mountain, hills will become plain, and rough country will be made smooth. Isaiah 44 to 5. The glory of the Lord will be revealed, and all mankind will see it. The Lord Himself has promised this. Daniel Engineer Obuewu. Ejima Papa Chimamanda. Please, everybody should join. Okay, or the Madalobin Papa Chimamanda. Mazi Christian Ufondu from Onitsha. We will eliminate all terrorists before December is a mere political talk. Where has the person talking where has the person talking been for over 7.5 years when this present administration assumed office? Terrorists have fulfilled their promises to their master. Therefore, you can't do much. Okay? Fulani people begging Soludo to allow them rear their cow freely in Anambra is laughable. It will never ever happen. We do not want our mothers to be raped to death anymore. Okay? Dalo Christian Ofongo. Ejima akwụkwọ si n'aka um, Honorable Onyedika Osakwe. Some people believe that when you give a rat fish to keep, that it will be safe. But in Tompolo's own case, he is one of the most deadliest carnivore in our lifetime. The federal government has just legalized hostilities and bunkering in the region. Good morning, Tompolo, as you are now God and a power in your own region, where the harvesters of the oil rigs and well are anointed okay, monks and cabals. All the ministries, parastatals, agencies are being headed by people from the same region, and they lack the prerequisite knowledge and expertise. Since the ruling caliphate did not want to relinquish power, this nation will not witness any meaningful progress, as what goes around comes around. It is only business as usual. A father giving his word serpent and scorpion as shield. God hear our prayers. It will truncate their exploits. Mighty Allah leave Anambra State alone. As you, your wild wind does not blow anybody good. Wicked pride goes before a fall. What will Wicked tell Rivers people as he has destroyed and sucked his own egg, destroyed his den, and ran away shouting, Woe! We can go and sit down, okay? Daalụ nne. And Daniel Tito zitekwara akwụkwọ ọzọ na WhatsApp. Power holders training to go on strike if federal power holders threatening to go on strike if federal government did not meet up with their agreements. Every sector is going on strike, but I still keep hearing when national executive member will go on their own. Okay? And I keep waiting to hear when National Assembly executive members will go on their own strike. Are they not earning salaries? Ebunike Udobi from Achala